Next game up, South Factory versus East New York. These teams didn't meet in the regular season because South Factory forfeited that game because they figured they didn't need it. It was the last game of the season. But now you play East New York in the playoffs to go to the chip. And I'm going to go with my man Mike from Blackout. Prime owns the C division. And the reason I say it, it's not all about winning championships or whatever. They're 6th in scoring, but they're 3rd on defense. But Prime loves to play the villain. He loves it.
Yeah.
He gets a kick out of it. And I think it's great for football because you have a guy that you don't like, but he's entertaining and he's fun to watch.
And the worst thing about him is when he gets in rhythm and when he's putting up points and he's scoring and he's killing the defense, you hear him throughout the rest of the game. He does not stop. This man talks smack. This man, gets in your face. This man, cursing up a storm all over the field. Pretty much being disrespectful to anybody out there.
But in a
Oh yeah. Sportsman, of course. Yeah. Nothing like outside of football, but he's still disrespectful. But that's the way he plays. That's why he's so annoying to watch play if you're the opposing team, because he's the last person that you want to score, especially when he's killing you on your feet and on his feet. Don't let him kill you on his feet, because he's gonna let you have it throughout the game.
And South Factory. Now the problem with that is South Factory is also rock stars.
Yeah.
But this is their C team. They're in the B, and they just play a lot of motion, just be the top team. You got to hope that they don't have any, basically don't have any energy left because they put it all in that first game. Yeah. So it's going to be a tough game to keep the momentum going, keep the energy going. But, Mimi scores. He's 4th in scoring. But, unfortunately, South Factory is the 2nd worst team in defense. Yeah. They can't stop anybody. Only the unit had a worse defense. So that's going to hurt them playing-wise, defensively. Mm-hmm. But if Mimi can score, anything can happen. We're going to jump right into the game. Prime is going to pitch to Chris, who is sacked for a loss by Flacco. Great play by Flacco there. 3rd down. 3rd down to 48. Prime on 5 rush, runs in the gap for a nice game, picking up the 1st down. 3rd and goal. Prime tries to run, but is sacked by Flacco as Pop misses the block. First of all, Pop shouldn't be blocked. Okay? Pop should never be blocked. Pop shouldn't be playing with blocks. He shouldn't be building blocks. He shouldn't be blocking any cars in the corner. Anything that has to do with blocking, Pop should not do, because that's not what he do. This guy catches a ball, especially in the end zone. That's what he does. For some reason, Prime leaves him the block, and he gets sacked by Flacco. Great sack by Flacco. Flacco's 2nd sack of the day.
And he's putting pressure on. He's finding ways to get through the blocks, whichever bad blocker they have, coming after him. But he's making his plays and putting pressure on Prime early in this game. We just got to see how Prime finds a way to get through it.
4th and goal. Prime throws to Malik in the front of the end zone. That's going to be dropped. Turnover on downs. Malik couldn't hold on to it. That is a huge drop, turning over the ball.
So pretty much nothing really went well on this drive.
No.
Prime gets sacked twice, and Malik drops a touchdown pass. Not a way to end a drive, especially when you get into the end zone. Regardless of what happens, Malik got to hold on to that pass. I don't care what happens before then. Malik does not hold on to this pass, and at least a turnover here.
2nd down, Mimi throws a Ruben in the middle, picked off by Speedy. Giving the ball back, the pass is in the air too long, and Petey jumps it. Great play by Speedy.
And the thing about Speedy is he's playing like he's trying to show that his name means something, because he was speedy in the way he came up and picked off this ball. Without Mimi noticing, he comes up and snatches that ball from Ruben. Great defensive play by Speedy, and he puts the offense back on the field.
Prime with blocking from Speedy, throws downfield and Nines in the gap, who catches it over Ruben for a big gain at the 7-yard line. I love Ruben's effort, but he can't guard Nines. This is a mismatch. He should not be guarding him. The guy is too much of a weapon. You got to put more of somebody to guard him, because he can't do it. 4th and goal. Prime finds Chris in the front of the end zone for the touchdown. 6-0. East New York scores.
And East New York recovered from that last drive. They're able to get downfield. They're able to drive into the score this time. Nas finally gets into the offense and makes a big play. That's something that I'm sure Prime recognizes, and he knows exactly when to get Nas the ball for a key play in the drive. They're able to score. Because of that, that's a good way for the offense to pick up and make and get right back into the end zone.
Mimi's gonna throw to Ryan in the gap for a decent game, picking up the first down. Second down, Mimi throws a Kai cutting in the middle for a decent game. Third and goal, Mimi throws in the corner end zone, picked off by Prime. If you look here, Ruben and his other receiver was too close together, letting Prime guard both, and Prime is able to jump the route and get the ball back for himself on offense.
And this is the worst person to throw an interception to. Prime, of all people, and now he's out there talking this smack, letting everybody hear it. So this was an inaccurate pass. You have two receivers there, and because they're both bunched up together, Prime is able to essentially guard both of them. As soon as Mimi throws to one, Prime is able to jump the route and make the interception. So regardless of who he threw it to, he was going to be able to make the play because they're not moving, they're not separating from the defense. That was an easy play for Prime to make, and it led to interception.
Third down, Prime scrambles on 5 rush, throws a Nas in the gap, knocked away by Chris. They're going to have to punt. That is a big stop by Sour Factory.
And right after Sour Factory gives away a play, they get it right back by locking up on defense. So that doesn't hurt them too much. They were able to recover from the mistake they made on offense, and now they put their offense right back on the field by holding this East New York team from not being able to move the ball.
First down, Mimi throws a Pito on the sideline for a decent gain. Ruben is open deep in the end zone, but Mimi doesn't see him. Mimi with 2 passes to Herb in the gap for a decent game. But if you look here, Ruben is arguing in the huddle. He's frustrated because he feels he's open and Mimi is not throwing to him on purpose. But if you look earlier, Mimi threw an interception trying to throw it in his vicinity. If you look before that, Mimi threw another pick trying to get it to Ruben over the middle. So those are 2 times that he tried to find you. Now, it may be this drop that he's not looking for you, but you gotta realize that you're disrespecting everybody on the offense, on the team, by acting up like this in the huddle. Fourth down, Mimi on 5 rush, throws the Pito in the end zone, almost picked off by Prime. Turnover on downs, and I think the situation with Ruben arguing with them in huddle had to throw them off. I think that's very disrespectful, and I think he cost them this drive.
But I think that they kind of both were kind of at fault for this disagreement, because you see Ruben on this play with the interception, they get upset with each other. Ruben feels like he's getting blamed for the interception. That was just a good defensive play. Now, I'm sure Mimi felt like Ruben should step up and get the play, but that's not always what's going to happen. The receiver's looking to get the ball and make a play, but that was good defense. So there. Then he gets a pass caught on him by Nas. That's not his fault. That's a mismatch. He tried his best.
Is he on defense?
Yes.
Then it is his fault.
That's unfair.
Your job is, if you're on defense,
you're not stopping Nas. I don't
doesn't
care
matter.
what time of day it is
you're not
for
listening.
Ruben.
Don't play defense. If you're not able to stop somebody, don't be out there, or don't play the position that you can get beat on.
I don't see you naming many people besides Mo that can guard Nas on this Sour Factory team.
He's letting this stuff, and we're not gonna stand. We're gonna keep moving.
Yeah.
When he's letting everything spill over, because at the end of the day, he got a pass thrown to him. It was picked off. He gave up a touchdown, a big play that led into a touchdown. He was in the vicinity of another pass that was coming in his area that was picked off, and now he's mad because he was open in the end zone. But at the end of the day, you're not solving it by yelling at your quarterback when everybody there watching.
Yeah,
that's my only issue. Prime's gonna get the ball, second down. He's gonna throw to Reek in the middle for a decent game. After getting the first down, Prime with 2 passes in the gap for a nice game. Third down, Prime throws a Reek in the middle for a decent game, getting them near the 7-yard line. 4th and goal with 4 seconds left. Prime finds Malik in the front of the end zone, but a touchdown. Chris gets the extra point, taking us into the half, 13-0, East New York.
And Malik is able to redeem himself after the drop pass he had. Now he's able to get right back into the end zone, and this time he makes the catch. So because this Sour Factor team is off kilter, they're arguing with each other, that's no sweat to East New York and Prime. So Prime takes advantage, and he's able to drive down the field and score. As long as this team is arguing with each other and fighting, East New York is going to keep taking advantage. That's exactly what they do in the first half. If they're able to do that, stay calm and collected, and do not give any big plays to the Sour Factory team, they are looking good with a good chance of closing this game out with the win. They just got to stay focused, not throw themselves off the game, and they got to play consistently and finish off in the game.
I just find it amazing as we go into halftime that we didn't really see Ruben doing this with the Rockstar team.
Mm-hmm.
Same quarterback. What did he change? Did he go in the booth and become matter of fact, Street Fighter had Raul, and then you do a trick and it's the evil Raul. Did that's what happened to Ruben? This is evil Ruben, because you didn't do that earlier, and now you're in the chip. You're doing it because, one, I don't think it's the same team. It's the Rocks. This is Sour Factory, which is basically Mimi's team.
Mm-hmm.
And Rockstars, Ty, Sunray, Shaq, all that stuff isn't happening. I think Ruben is bringing too much attention to himself. You already know your quarterback. You know. Mm-hmm. If you know that I snore at night, I don't. But let's pretend if you know I snore, don't come to my house. Because this is me. Yeah. You can't come to my crib and complain. That makes no sense. My problem with Ruben, he spends too much time complaining, too much time whining. And when this guy is balling, he is dangerous. But he uses his mouth too much because he always feels like he has to prove something. He doesn't. This guy is very talented. Mm-hmm. But he brings negative attention his way with the negative talking. I think he hurt this team in his drive. I think he's kind of brought them down, especially after they use all their energy. Last game versus the Shockers, this definitely doesn't help. They have to turn it around this game if they want to go to 2 chips in 2 divisions. Mm-hmm. Sour Factory gets the ball. But if you look here, Mimi is still fighting with Ruben. I don't know how fights are good. People say it's good. When you're doing it with the other team, it's good. Not when you're doing it with teammates. After getting the first down, Mimi throws deep to Sunray, open on the sideline, caught in the end zone for the touchdown. Bito gets the extra point, 13-7. Sunray with a nice delay route, catching Nas off guard. Sunray is one of the most underrated offensive players in BQF history. He should always be playing with a top team. He could have been playing with a Carver, or he could have been playing with a Super Friends. He could have been playing with all these top teams, but because of his loyalty to the teams he plays with, he always plays with his guys. This guy is a dangerous offensive player, and he showed it.
And this delayed route clearly caught Nas off guard.
And Nas is a good defender.
Yeah, so by 3 rush, that's when he starts running on his route. So by the time Nas notices him on the sideline, it's too late. I don't care how talented Nas can be on defense. You're not catching Sunray by the time he makes it on that sideline there. So that's a great way for Mimi to spot him downfield, and he's able to connect with him. A much-needed touchdown because Mimi started to throw himself off in the game, but this is the way you get your head right back in the game and score.
On the onside kick, it's short. East New York will get the ball at the 30-yard line. At Sour's 30-yard line, 4 and out. Second down, Prime throws a reek in the gap for a decent gain. That's going to take us to 4th. At the 11-yard line, Prime finds Malik cutting in the end zone for the touchdown. Malik cuts before Shaq can react. 19-7, East New York.
Even though that touchdown by Sour Factory kind of helped them get back in the game, it didn't stop East New York's offense from scoring. And that's the thing. When you lose yourself in the game, that has nothing to do with the other team. That team is still in rhythm. This East New York team is like, they pretty much dusted that touchdown off. They dusted it off, and they're still driving to the end zone for the score. And you got to give Prime credit because he does not lose his head regardless of what's going on. He is his own player. He is his own type of player. He keeps his offense moving downfield, and they're able to score yet again.
Mimi's get the ball back. Sour Factory gets the ball back. Mimi on 5 rush is sacked by Rock. Big sack by them. This team is going 4 and out in this drive. Third down, Mimi throws a summer in the sideline. Nice gain, getting them to the 15-yard line. Fourth down, Mimi on 5 rush, throws a sticky in the front of the end zone. Off target, knocked away by Chris. Turnover on downs. East New York is able to make another stop.
And now this East New York team is taking the momentum. They're playing it. They're bringing it into their defense, and they're locking up, keeping Sour Factory from making anything happen on their offense.
Yep.
So now this East New York team, whatever's going on with the offense is rubbing into their defense, and now they're locking up, closing up the gaps, and Mimi has not one option out there to move the ball in this drive.
Prime's gonna drive to the 45-yard line in 3 plays. 4th down, Prime throws a read in the gap, drop, turnover on downs. They can't even get a first down. Big stop by Sour Factory. That may be the momentum they needed.
And this was a huge defensive drive that was much needed for Sour Factory. Now they have opportunity to bring their offense back and make something happen. It's much needed because the time is running out. So time is going short for this team. They have so much time to make something happen. They probably need to do it and start now in this drive here.
2nd down, Mimi throws to Ruben in the middle. Ruben makes a catch through contact for a nice gain. This is the Ruben that I'm talking about. This guy can be dangerous if he would just shut up and play, because he's good. 3rd and goal, Mimi finds Ruben in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. Malik lets him go right by 19-13. He went with the Ruben train, and Ruben got him to the destination.
And this is something that they needed early in the game. Why did they wait until the end of the game to connect together? And the personal nonsense, leave it to the side. This is a game. You're trying to go to the championship.
Correct.
They forget that. So now they're back in rhythm in this game. Hopefully it's not too late for them, but now the pressure's on their defense to lock up in this next drive.
Onside takes a bad bounce, and it bounces at the 15-yard line. 4 and out. After 2 short runs to kill the clock, 3rd down, Prime on 5 rush is sacked by Flacco. Huge sack. 4th down, Prime on 5 rush throws the nods in the back of the end zone. Caught over face in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. Shaq gets the interception on extra point, but it's 25-13. My man Nas dropping that ether right on South Back.
And the thing about it is, like I said earlier, what guy on this team, besides I believe Mo, can try their best to guard Nas and have a chance? I don't see nobody on this team that could probably guard him. So this is something that was inevitable. 1-on-1 with Face, you give it to Nas all day, and Prime is able to get it where Nas is easily able to jump in the back of the end zone, get it, and he keeps his feet in bounds. So this whole play was just great for Nas right here. Face can do nothing but watch as he lands in the end zone for the score.
Clock is running. Remember, it's 25-13. After getting the first down, Mimi throws a Pito in the middle for a nice gain. 2nd and goal, Mimi finds Herb in the front of the end zone for the touchdown, but the clock runs out. Eastern York wins the game. They're going to a chip. 25-19. They eliminate South Factory.
This Sour Factory team killed their momentum early in the game. And what I said about Mimi it rings true in this game as well. He is a rhythm quarterback. When you throw him out of his rhythm, he does not throw as good, and it showed in the middle of the game where they started to slow down on their scoring, and that's because Mimi was not in the game mentally. And that's because of his back and forth with Ruben. Ruben got to stop taking things personal. I think that's his problem.
Yes.
Everything is personal. He looked at that play downfield that Ruben didn't throw to him. Oh, yeah, he did it on purpose.
Mimi didn't throw to him.
Come on, man. Mimi probably missed it, but you can't think personal. Not on a game in a Final Four. This is not the time. Maybe in the regular season y'all can hash it out, but in the playoff game, you may not get the ball now, but if you win, you should be looking for the ball in the championship. That's what matters. But you couldn't even get there because y'all throw y'all momentum off. In this game, that didn't slow down Eastern York not one bit. And because of that, unfortunately, Sour Factory, me personally, I believe because they killed all the energy they used in that last game as the Rock Stars, they're going home in this game because they were pretty much burnt out and they started attacking each other in the end.
Eastern York played good. They didn't play great. They gave up 3 touchdowns in the second half. Now, the last touchdown in the game was pretty much over. And, what was a plus that you could take away from this game, and it's kind of like a plus minus, you would say. Eastern York was able to score 25 points. Eastern York in the regular season was only a 6th team in scoring. So they didn't score a lot of points. Mm-hmm. But they scored this game. Yes, they scored on South Factory, who is the second to worst defense in the league. Yeah. So you're going to score points. But South Factory is 4th in scoring, and they was able to slow down the attack. Now, they was able to score 3 touchdowns in the second half because they score. Mm-hmm. But I think Prime jumping on a momentum with the argument having. They had Sauer no points in the first half. Stopped him 3 times. 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
That first half kind of cemented the game. Because as Sauer Factory attempted to get back in the game, East New York was able to stay one step ahead. And that's how they play all season. They're not going to blow you out. They're not going to do this. They're not going to do that. They're going to stay one step ahead of you. And that all begins with their leader. Malik dropped the touchdown. He went back to him to find him in the scores. And then again, when he needed a big play, he went to his money man, Nas, Mr. Ether, and he dropped the mic on him. This is a great win by East New York. And they're going to the championship to face the Raiders.
And shout out to them. And the Raiders are in for a lot, knowing that they have a quarterback like Prime that they're going to face.
Yes.
Not only is he a factor as a quarterback, but he's also a factor on defense as well, as he had an interception in this game. And I believe he had an interception in the last playoff game that they played as well. So there's a lot that they have to worry about if they face this when they face this East New York team in the championship. But shout out to East New York. They played well all around. They pretty much capitalized on everything that happened with the Sauer Factory. And because of that, they come away with the win. They go into the championship.
We're going to go to an interview with Mr. Prime right now, and then we'll come back into our next segment. We'll be right back. So, East New York moving on to the championship. They beat Sauer Factory 25-19. We'll be right back.
What's going on? Stephen J. here with quarterback of East New York, Prime. They came in with the win 25-19. First of all, congrats on the win. Did y'all make it a little harder than it should have been?
Oh, man, that drive to start the second half, that bomb for a touchdown, that got them. Momentum, I keep saying, at halftime when you get the lead, you got to remember to keep momentum because the team could easily just take it away on that one drive, and that's what they did. They had momentum, they scored, we had ourselves a ball game.
You guys are the most efficient running team in the league. You're a run-first team, pass second. Why do you have so much confidence in the running game?
Yo, it's cold, it's football. You run, it's windy out here, run. Let them get physical. Put a hurting on them on defense. So when they get on offense, they tired. They've been banging with us.
How was they able to get the momentum on y'all during the game? Y'all had a nice lead. Y'all kind of let them sneak back in. Did y'all kind of take y'all foot off the pedal?
Well, I ain't take it. I guess Nas took it off the pedal. He was trying to read something different and got beat over the top, but learn from it. And I guess he got to get better next week.
You one of the most hated, loved players in the BQFL. People said they hate you celebrating, but your thing is if you don't like it, stop it. Are we going to see more of that coming into the chip next week?
Oh, definitely. That is going to be fun next week in the chip. Whoever it be, Brotherhood, Raiders, it's going to be fun. I own both of them teams anyway, so I can't wait to see the winner of that game.
We're going to thank Prime for being here with us. They're going to the chip. Big win over South Africa, 24-19. All right, bro.
All right, welcome back. We're going to jump into the last game. Blackout versus Primetime. Now, right now, you know Rockstars are on the chip waiting for the win of this game. Regular season, these two teams met, and Blackout was able to blank them 22-0. It's the first game of the season. Mm-hmm. Tiki said they were missing a lot of their guys, and, you know, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, Blackout is a very dangerous team, scoring 25.6 points a game. But even though Primetime is only the number 6 scoring offense, 16.7, that's a significant difference.
Yeah.
They're the number 2 defense. They only give up 16 points. So Tiki may not have the firepower offensively, but he makes sure it's working defensively. And they're going to try to give Blackout all they can handle.
But can I ask a question?
Yeah.
They're the number 2 defense.
Yes.
Who's the number 1 offense in this game, in this league?
Blackout.
So that's the issue right there. And Primetime got to understand that they are playing an uphill battle against this Blackout defense. So now the key to it is their offense and mainly on Mach. Mach is the indicator of where this game goes. He has to play well, he has to play consistent, and he has to be accurate finding his receivers in the gaps and maybe downfield if they give it to him. So I believe that if Mach has a good game, this Primetime team has a chance of winning. I think that is the difference maker for Primetime, and I think that that's what they're going to have to rely on at the end of the day.
Blackout gets the ball 4 and out. Alex is going to throw to Meek on the sideline for a decent game. It's going to take us a third down. Third down, Alex throws the pranks in the back of the end zone. Incomplete. Prank's not open and Alex is under pressure. He misses that throw. 4th down, Alex on 5 rush, throws to Meek in the end zone. Passes blocked by Pratt as he rushes at Alex. Incomplete turnover on downs. But if you look here, during the drive, the sideline was attempted to calm Ruben down. The defense is going to call a timeout. He thinks he should be on the offense. There's a lot of headaches going on. And this is what hurt their drive. We've seen that happen with Ruben and Sound Factory. We're seeing it affect Blackout in their first drive.
Yeah, it's something with Rubens today. I don't understand what's going on.
That's funny.
And it's just, is it a coincidence? I don't know, because now you have Ruben complaining about not getting enough offense. You had the Ruben of Sound Factory in the last game complain that he's not getting the ball. So I don't know what it is with Rubens in this game. But right now, Alex and this Blackout team, they saw that Primetime is the number 2 defense for a reason. They were able to lock up and take away a lot of options. And the thing with Pretz rushing in on this play here was a good idea. Was a good way to catch Alex off guard, and he's able to make a key knockdown for this pass here that leads to a turnover.
Mach is going to get the ball. He's going to throw the disco in the middle for a nice gain. After getting the first down, Mach throws deep to Meek in the gap, picked off by Alex. Blackout gets the ball back. Nobody's open short. And after getting the first down, why would you take that shot downfield? Let me tell you something. I like the fact that you want Meek. Meek is your best offensive weapon. I don't want Meek going against Alex. Why? Why make it more difficult for you as a quarterback? I want better matchups. I want mismatches. The one guy that can probably jump with Meek is Alex.
Yeah.
And that's the guy he attacks. After you just stopped him, you throw a pick.
The thing is, I don't even believe that he attacked him. I believe that he saw Meek break away in the gap, and because of that, he throws the ball, but he doesn't notice that Alex is the safety on the other side. So he pretty much throws right to Alex. Alex is fast enough to run and get the ball, and that's exactly what happens. Alex is one guy that you gotta know where he's at on the field. Yes, he's the quarterback, but he's also one of their best defenders.
But you
out
can
there.
beat him over the top.
Yes.
But you have to be precise on where you get the ball.
Yeah.
Because of his height and his ability to track the ball, Mach got it wrong there and it cost him an interception. Alex gets the ball. He's going to throw to Chris, cutting in the middle for a nice game, picking up the first down. Meek reacts too late and gets beat if you look at that play. Alex with 2 passes in the gap to get him to the 7-yard line. Alex throws to Chris in the front of the end zone. Chris can't hold on to it. Incomplete. The question is, was this a catch?
And this was a play that they argued because as Chris goes on the sideline, he goes, he jumps, he slides, pretty much dives to get the ball. The ref said that he never had control of it. It's kind of hard to see because of the way he falls on the other side. The refs have a better angle than I do, but they said that he never had control of the ball as he landed on the ground, and because of that, they ruled it an incomplete pass there.
4th and goal, Alex throws to Vadim in the end zone, almost picked off by Pratt, but a flag is thrown by both guys holding on the defense and the offense. What do you think of the call?
And this is a play where both guys are holding each other in the end zone, so that was an offsetting penalty there. That's unfortunate for the defense because this was a key play that they got. This probably would have been a stop if they didn't get a hold here.
Was it a hold?
Yes, it was. On both sides, it was a hold. You see the reaction here as they tussle in the end zone. There shouldn't be that much contact in the end zone. Because of that, it's an offsetting penalty. We have to redo the down.
Well, because of the extra play, Alex finds Meek in the front of the end zone for the touchdown. Blackout scores 6-0.
And a reset play only hurts the defense. Yeah, you may not get extra yardage or anything like that, but it hurts the defense. So you got to make sure that even though you're feeling for the receiver, you cannot hold, you cannot cut his lane off or anything like that in the end zone, because you're gonna get the flag, especially when it's clear like that. That's unfortunate because they had to stop before the flag, and that changes right into a touchdown.
Primetime gets stopped at the 10-yard line on the kickoff. First down, Mach throws a disco, cutting in the gap, pass is high, incomplete. 3rd down, Mach throws a rally, cutting in the middle. That pass is going to be dropped. Primetime has to punt. You cannot not get a first down. You cannot give one of the most dangerous offenses this year more opportunities with the ball. They can't pick up the first down, and they're forced.
And the sad part is, Rel is known for dropping passes like this.
Yes, sir.
He did it with this team. He did it with the Predators. Now, mind you, he is a good tight end. He does make some big plays out there. And he's faster than a lot of people think he is. But he's known every now and then to drop big passes, and this is yet another one in his repertoire that he has that kind of kills their drive. They needed that pass to get the first down.
Alex is going to throw deep to Mace on the sideline, high, incomplete. Second down, Alex throws deep to Pranks towards the sideline, out of bounds, incomplete. Nobody's moving on that. Third down, Alex throws to Chris in the gap, high, incomplete, blackout, has to punt. And this is a great defensive strategy by Tiki. That's why they have a top-rated defense. And I told you before, their defense is number 2 in the league. This is why great adjustments by Tiki, he stops blackouting.
But the thing about this blackout offense is this is the key play right here. That was a telltale sign that they were going to turn over the ball. You see guys waiting for the pass, but they're standing in position with the defender right next to them. So all you're doing is you're attracting the defense to just stand there and wait with you, and that's exactly what happened. There's no way that Alex could throw that ball and take a risk of throwing an interception, so he has to force another play, and because of that, they're forced to punt because they weren't able to move the ball at all.
Third and long, Mach throws to Chris in the middle for a nice gain. Fourth down at the 40-yard line, Mach throws it to Terrell on the sideline, short, picked off by Benji, who runs it in the middle. Chris goes for the tag, misses the tag. Benji runs it all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. Joe gets a sack on the extra point. 12-0, blackout.
My thing is this. They were arguing that, okay, Chris got the tag. Oh, they got jerked. That was a tag, and he didn't run it back. But why are you throwing interceptions on the sideline anyway? This was a terrible pass by Mach. Benji was there waiting for the ball. Now, was that a bad decision to throw it on the sideline? No, because Rel had some space on the sideline. This was just a bad throw and an inaccurate throw, and Benji's able to get it on the sideline for the interception. So you can't worry about, if you look at this play here though, it looks like Chris goes for the tag and he whiffs behind him.
Yeah.
He misses the tag here. So they're arguing for a play that wasn't clear as day anyway, but why would you give up that interception regardless of the fact this was a terrible play by the offense all the way, and that offense is giving up points to the opposing team.
They went crazy. He was like, this is an obvious tag. You saw in the video, and that's going slow. So imagine that fast. I don't think he really put the oomph into the tag.
Yeah.
And he missed it. And that's a pick 6. And you can't put that on this defense because, you know, they can't stop them if the offense is throwing interceptions. Primetime's going to get the ball back at the 10-yard line. Mach throws a disco in the gap. That's going to be dropped. Mach on second down throws to Joe in the gap. That's going to be dropped. Time runs out, taking us into the half. 12-0, blackout.
It seems like whatever the Shockers caught that drop bug that they had on the field, it seems like Primetime got it too. It's contagious. Whatever's in the air,
yeah.
I hope we didn't bring it home because,
Word.
You know, we may end up dropping...
our nephew or something like that.
Yeah, our nephew or the jar of peanut butter
Word.
or something like that. We don't want that over here. So keep that virus, get it cured or something because it seems like it's contagious and 2 teams right now have it. These are key plays that they're dropping that's killing their drives and preventing them from getting points in the game. And against a team like Blackout, you do not want to give them opportunities over and over again. That kind of is probably what influenced them to throw that interception there. Mach tried to make some happen. This pass ends up inaccurate. So now it's affecting all of your play all around, and it's not looking good knowing that you have to face Blackout in the second half.
This is Blackout, but they're not playing lights out. Tiki was able to stop them on 2 drives.
Mm-hmm.
He stopped them the first drive. He stopped them the third drive. Great adjustment by Tiki on defense. That's why this is the number 2 defense in the league. And the touchdown that they gave up, it was after it was a double penalty on the hold, so they got an extra play that was on a 4th down. The other touchdown they gave up was a pick 6 on the offense. They're dropping the ball, but Mach is not throwing great. They're not. So they're not helping each other. You see the quarterback hurting the offense and the offense hurting the quarterback. That is a key for disaster. The defense is doing everything they can. They gave up 6 points. You can't put that up. So not only is the offense dropping the ball, not only is the quarterback throwing bad passes, the offense is giving up points. You're killing your defense. It's nothing the defense could do. And this is the most highest scoring offense in the league. And they're holding them to 6 points. And it's 12-0 because you didn't help them. Tiki got to figure it out on the offense, and it's not looking good right now. We're going to jump into the second half. Primetime gets the ball. Third down at the 45-yard line. Mach throws deep to Juan at the back of the end zone. That is a 6. Dropped by Juan. Second down, Mach with 2 passes for a decent gain, getting them the first down. Then second down, Mach throws deep to Juan in the gap, wide open in the end zone for the touchdown. If you look here, Ruben steps all the way up, leaving Juan wide open, and they're able to score 12-6 to get on the board.
And Primetime, right out of this, right in the beginning of the second half, was able to recover and score. This is a good start in the second half.
Yeah.
They just have to pick up on defense and try to lock down, hold Blackout to not score in the next drive. Maybe they have an opportunity to take momentum back in this game.
First down at the 45-yard line. Alex throws deep to Chris, wide open in the gap, caught in the end zone for the touchdown. AB gets an extra point, 19-6. If you look here, Meek points him out, but he points him out and nobody picks him up. You cannot do that with Alex Mahomes. I call him Alex Mahomes because this guy can make any throw from any angle, and he does it again, finds Chris in the end zone, 19-6.
My thing is, they don't remember last week that bomb that he threw to Pranks in the back of the end
They
zone
didn't see the
from
film.
the opposite 20-yard line.
They didn't see the film.
You should be watching film. That's how you assess the team that you're gonna play. I know this other team doing it, and they benefit from that. But right here, Alex is able to make this throw accurate. Chris is wide open. Nobody's able to pick him up. So regardless of what, your defense is now giving away points by not moving. Where are the safeties? Where are the safeties on this play? Because it seems like nobody's paying attention to that one receiver downfield by himself for the score there.
During the free play, Mach throws a Meek on the sideline for a nice game, picking up the first down. All slides declined. Third down, Mach throws a Meek in the front of the end zone, almost picked off by Mike. Great play by Mike on defense. Fourth down, Mach throws a Nas in the back of the end zone. High, incomplete turnover on downs. The offense is stopped yet again.
And this is something that they did not need. They already gave up a touchdown to this Blackout team, and now they are not connecting on offense here. Guys are not moving the way that they need to. Mach kind of missed a couple passes in this drive. This was a missed opportunity here, knowing that you're putting Blackout right back on the field after they scored a touchdown. If you give them rhythm and they score again, it's pretty much lessening your chances of winning this game. So they gotta stop them now. They gotta stop them right now.
Alex is gonna throw deep to Mace, running on the sideline, overthrown, incomplete. Blackout can't get a first out, and they will have to punt. Another stop by this defense. This defense is doing everything they can to try to stop this team, and the team got to help them out. Great stop again by Tiki there. Mach throws deep to Nas in the middle, off target, picked off by Jay. Give him the ball right back. Chris is wide open in the gap, and Mach is trying to do it all on his own. He throws his third interception of the game. Alex on first down throws deep to Meek in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. Ending the game, if you look here, Earl is with him but lets him go out the last second. Alex Mahomes finds him 25-6, Blackout with a blowout win over Primetime.
And it seems like the issues that happened on both sides of the field kind of affected each other. The offense dropping passes, then Mach trying to force things, and leads to 3 interceptions in the game. That kind of started to affect the defense. They made a few plays here and there, but because the offense never capitalizes, but so much time the defense can hold, and that's why they gave up a few touchdowns towards the end of the game. That's unfortunate. I believe that their offense hurt their defense because they weren't catching passes, and because Mach kind of forced plays and ended up throwing 3 interceptions in the game. That is not a way to play a Final Four game. There's no way you were going to make a championship by playing this way, and ultimately it leads to them going home and Blackout moving on.
We're going to give you the interview when we talk to Alex and we talk to Tiki from Alex Mahomes, I like to call him, quarterback from Blackout, and Tiki, coach of Primetime, and we'll be right back.
What's going on? Stephen J here with Alex, quarterback of Blackout. Big win 26-6. We saw y'all starting out in the beginning a little slow. Situation with Ruben, and then y'all got stopped. How did that affect you in the beginning of the game?
It's football. They had a game before us. Blood was flowing. We came out. Not gonna blame it on nothing, but we knew what we had to do. We got stopped. That's cool. Next play. Defense, we got to stop.
See y'all next week.
After y'all got stopped, the first drive, you seen to pick up the momentum there going on. What did it take? You think that little interception that you got, The first interception when they got the ball kind of spin the momentum your way?
Yeah, of course. I say any defensive play that I make or my team makes is always going to go in favor because we got the momentum. We just picked off their quarterback. Now it's time for the offense to take control.
You know, this season I got on your defense saying that they're a little more hyped than what they are. Today they shut down their 2 top players in the game. You didn't see Meek, you didn't see Nas really making impact plays. Did y'all take that as disrespect when I said that y'all defense is a little overrated?
In quotes, you said fool's gold.
Correct.
6 points, 12 points in 2 games. We on to the chip. We know we took that. We took that a little personally, just because we know what we capable of. We know we come here every day. We lace up our cleats and we gonna give 110. Somebody to say that about us, we see y'all next week.
Tell me something, Lou. Y'all came out like y'all wanted to end this game early. I was also the thing I criticized y'all not putting games away early. Y'all didn't seem to worry about that this game. Y'all was trying to end this as soon as possible.
It's blackout football. You cruise control through the season. Playoffs come, pedal to the metal, turn it on.
Who would you prefer to play this for the chip right now? Is it Rock Stars or is it Shockers that you prefer to play in the chip?
It's a dead body. It's a dead body. 7-on-7, it's a dead body. Don't matter. I'd rather play us against us, but we can't do that.
All right, we're going to thank Blackout for a minute. They're going to the chip. They've been doing it all season. Now this is when the money's to the metal. We'll see y'all later.
Well, thank you to them guys. Appreciate the time. Blackout didn't play great.
Mm-hmm.
And it's amazing. I said Alex threw 3 touchdowns. Their offense put up points, and I said they didn't play great. Their defense, when I look at the numbers, they made 6 stops.
Mm-hmm.
Primetime the ball 7 times. They stopped them 6 times. They had a pick 6 and 3 interceptions.
Yeah.
So let me say that again. 6 stops, 3 interceptions, and a pick 6. That is defense. I've killed this defense. I've called them fool's gold. I call them overrated. I got to eat crow right now. They look like a formidable defense making plays. Now, Mach didn't help. His primetime offense didn't help. But the way they made stops. When you got Mike breaking up plays,
Yeah.
you know, Mike is more of the guy that stops the run. That's what he does. But he's breaking up plays. You have Jay picking off the ball. You have Benji getting pick 6s. After we seen him get a big interception in the Shockers game, that ended that game, basically, remember early in the season?
Yeah.
This defense is pretty good. I see why they're the number 1 offense and the number 1 defense. Now, halftime, it was only 12 zip. And one of those came from pick 6. They only scored 6 points. So they had an opportunity. But when your offense is hindered and they're not helping you, even though your defense is the number 2 in the league, your offense is, I believe, the number 6.
Yeah.
The offense is the number 6. They didn't help them. The offense cost them this game. The defense did the best that they could do. They put their foot in the sand. Tiki adjusted defensively, but he needed to be more of an offensive-minded coach. I would have benched Mach and let Quick throw because Mach wasn't giving you anything. 1 for 7, 3 interceptions. But don't get me wrong, they also dropped 4 passes. So they didn't play great. They allowed Blackout to dominate them from the second half on because in the first half, this game was still close.
Yeah.
We're going to wrap this up real quick. I'm going to give Ghost predictions real quick, and we're going to wrap the show up. We're going to start from the C2 up.
Starting to hate these segments, man.
C2, Primetime versus Power Circle.
I see Primetime winning this game by more than a touchdown.
So give me a score.
I see them winning this game 21-12. I see them winning by just more than a touchdown. Because one, Wayne and this Power Circle offense, they are a team that runs the clock, but they're not a high-scoring offense. And even though they have a good defense, I believe that they're more known for their offense than their defense. Even though they're both number 2 in both, I believe that their offense is gonna just scrape by. Come away with the win. they're not going to pretty much take this game that seriously, but I think that the 3 touchdowns is going to be enough for them to just lock up on defense and come away with the win 21-12.
C division, you have East New York versus Raiders.
East New York versus Raiders. This is going to be a decent game, but I see East New York winning a close game because Prime is another quarterback that likes to run and kill the clock. So that slow-paced game of Prime taking his time driving down the field is going to be enough for them to win the game 14-6. I think that this is not going to be a high-scoring game because I don't see Raiders performing as good on offense in this game as they did in the last game. I think that East New York is going to be able to hold them on defense and cut the clock enough to keep them within 6 points.
Raiders' 5th scoring team, East New York 3rd defense. And in the B chip, Blackout versus Rockstars.
Blackout versus Rockstars.
Regular season game was 21-20, 22-21.
Yes,
Blackout.
so this was a close game, very close. So I'm gonna plead the 5th.
Wow.
I'm gonna reserve judgment. I'm not gonna make a decision.
I'll make it easy for you because I know this one is tough.
Okay.
What does Blackout gotta do to win? And what does Rockstars gotta do to win? Give me those 2 scenarios and it'll be a little easier for you.
It's easy for me to mention what Rockstars gotta do. They gotta find a way to stop the big plays by this Blackout team.
Similar to a Kansas City Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes. I got you.
So we already know that this Rockstar team does not have great defense. I believe they're number 6.
Defensively, Rockstars are the 6th defense.
Yes.
In the league.
So we know they don't have a great defense. But they got to find a way to stop those downfield plays, those big plays.
So you want to just stop the big plays?
Just stop the big plays, and they may have opportunity to compete in this game. So I believe that they have to hang their hat on stopping the big plays on defense, and they'll have a shot.
And on the other side, what does Blackout have to do to win?
Blackout has to run away with this team scoring, run away with this game scoring. They can't joke around. They can't not take this game seriously. They have to score relentlessly. They have to use everything in their arsenal to put up points. They have to come out firing early, and they have to throw Rockstar out of this game early if they want to have a chance to seal the win early. You don't want to give them a chance to fight in this game.
They're a momentum team. That's true. And if you give guys like Sunray and Sunray and Shaq and these rock stars, and especially their quarterback Mimi, any momentum, they can run away with this game. I agree. Good one. We'll let you push it and plead the 5th because that's a tough one. I wouldn't know who to pick too because there's so many things that need to be done.
And plus, I don't want either team to come after me after the game, which many have. So I'm trying to, keep my safety intact out here. So listen, that's why I stick to the decision and just tell them what they need to do to win, not necessarily who's going to win. I have no idea.
He don't really mean that, but people been throwing in his face. I've been killing him about his losses. So this one, he doesn't know. He really doesn't know because usually, he's not worried about what anybody thinks. He always pick, but he really does not know. I try to get it from him all week,
and I'm not giving an answer.
He's been going back and forth. So I said, if you can't, I'm not gonna force you. I'm gonna tell you to push it. But at least he gave us the thoughts of what each team needs to win.
Yeah,
we're wrapping this game up. For the guys that don't know, man, do you see the time right now? I hope Ghost could zoom into my phone. It is 11:41.
Yeah, I'll put this time on the screen if
just
you can't
to let y'all know,
phone.
we are here recording late. This is what we've been doing all season. We want to thank y'all. We do it for y'all guys. I got to get home because I got to work in the morning. Ghost got to take care of work in the morning. So at the end of the day, we just love what y'all did. Next week will be our last show for the season, and we thank y'all for bringing us in and allowing us to do what we love. Bringing this. We've been in the BQFL before and did Real Tough Talk. This is by far our best season.
Yeah.
Guys got more into it. Instagram made it a lot better, and it's been a lot of love, man. We appreciate y'all guys. So we're going to wrap this up, but be there for the chip. Chip is going to be awesome. So on behalf of Real Tough Talk, I'm Stephen J. It's my partner, Ghost. We'll see y'all guys next week as we wrap up the season finale of BQFL meets Real Tough Talk. We'll see y'all next week. We out of here.